Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Kaladesh draft, where we have opened a garbage rare in the form of Dubious Challenge. So we're gonna skip that one right away and probably head down onto this Revoke Privilege, I think. That seems to be the logical first pick. The Uncommons don't offer me anything that exciting. I mean, Nature's Way is obviously very good, but I don't think it compares overly well with Revoke Privileges. So I think if I were to take a card, I think it would be Revoke Privileges. Yeah. I think that's definitely the standout card here. It sucks that the uncommons are basically our rares and uncommons aren't very good, but taking the white card is always a great place to start. It's very powerful in this set. That being said, no good white cards in this pack, so we're going to have to audible into just taking the strongest card, which I suppose is Padim. You know, you can generate a lot of good stuff with Padim. If you get some couple of good vehicles, you can pretty reliably draw cards off of him. I've come up on blue a little bit since the format started, so we could easily take Padim or Eighth of Tradewinds with that in mind. Other than that, strong cards are really just something like this, or this is fine. Tidy Conclusions, I guess, the standout pick, so maybe I do just take that and draft white-black removal. Maybe we'll do that. Let's just take another removal spell and see if we can do the thing you're supposed to do in Limited and take a bunch of removal spells and then figure out whatever you're doing afterwards. Good uncommon here in Voltaic Brawler. Good just straight up pick with a Tune. I quite like that card. Live Fast, not something I'm overly interested in. In terms of white and black cards, probably looking at Malphus Squad. Constant Surveillance I do not like at all. But overall, again, this pack is not really having anything jump hugely out at me. I don't particularly fancy taking Voltaic Brawler, though it is quite strong. You do need to build around it a little bit. And also, it's two other colors than our first two picks. So maybe we just chill out a little bit and take the Malphus Squad. If there was a white card that was good, I'd rather take that, because I think Revoke Privilege is probably better than Tidy Conclusion. But I don't think it's bananas to just pick up a Malphus Squad here and move that way. How do you feel about Ballista Charger? How do you feel about Impeccable Time? This is also a card that I've kind of gone down on a little bit. But, still think it's pretty reasonable. It's either that or Propeller Pioneer. Having taken two better removal spells, maybe I do just take the Pioneer at this stage and be happy with that, I think. Oh no, go away. That was my phone. That was my phone doing its thing at terrible times. Got some good Fabricate cards going here. You know, makes things. I was about to say makes things like Chief Defender better, but that's hard. That's what I'm saying. Makes this already great card better. I mean, I'm taking Chief Defender no matter what if I were to get it. Presumably not getting it 5th pick though. So 2 black cards and 2 white cards. The white cards being a little better than the black cards. And then no good black or white cards really in this pack. I mean, Ambitious Aetherborn's fine and Consul Shield Guard's fine, but I think that Armorcraft job coming around this late is a little bit of a signal. So I'm going to hedge a teensy bit and take that. And maybe try play Green White, which is, I think, probably one of the strongest color pairs in the format. Attune with Aether is great in that deck. Fragmentize is also rock solid, but Attune with Aether lets us splash a little bit. Provided green's our base color, say we end up in green-black, we can splash this off of it, which is always nice. Overchase Dragster is not a vehicle I'm overly interested in, so I think I can take the Attune here. See how that goes. Yes. It's gone okay. We push into an Eddy Trail Hawk, which is a fine card, but not amazing. But again, though, it's not like we're getting a flood of good black cards here either. Here I'll pick up a Gear Per Guide. It's a pretty solid card. We have no 3-drops in that way yet, so it's a card I'm pretty happy to get. Narn and Cobra and Ninth Bridge Patrol are also fine. But these are leading me to believe that green-white is indeed open and black is not, which means that if that ends up being the case, I've pretty correctly read the signals, I think. And these two are out of here. Unfortunately, the good black card we have is not really splashable. Surprise, surprise, Dubious Challenge came back around, but so did Ornamental Courage. That's a card I'm okay with playing. You can get some people with that. As did Highspire Artisan, which is great with our Armorcraft Judge. So that's nice. Certainly better than a second Ornamental Courage. So our non-creature spells are currently Revoke Privileges, Attune with Aether, and Ornamental Courage, which are all pretty fine. Our only way to spend the energy off of Attune currently is Eddy Trail Hawk, which is not ideal. So we want to pick up some Rhinos or some rares that spend energy, that kind of thing. It does also give us the ability to splash, though, if we open a great red or blue or black rare. The dream here is to open Aether Storm Rock. Our own preview card would serve us pretty well in this situation. Makes counters for this, uses energy from this, and this would be ideal. It's also just an insane card in and of itself. Wouldn't say no to a Dovin Bond either. Dovin Bond's a good splash. Cloudblazer's a good splash too. We have a tough one here. Fairgrounds Warden is obviously pretty amazing, but so is a second Armorcraft Judge. Now I think Fairgrounds Warden is probably just the card I want. You know, this card's really, really very strong. It's basically a Revoke Privileges that comes with a 1/3. Now, 1/3 isn't exactly an amazing body, but having a creature that is a straight 2-for-1 is always desirable. And you need to do a little bit of work to make Armorcraft Judge a 2-for-1, so probably is just the Fairgrounds Warden. It's wise in the situation as well to try and favor the cheaper card, I suppose. Now, Kujar Seed Sculptor, let's say Kujuru. Kujar Seed Sculptor has the unfortunate role of being in the same pack as Skywhaler's Shot. So I think I just kind of have to take the shot there and be pretty happy with it, as it's a pretty premium removal spell. Yep, sorry Kujar Seed Sculptor, not your day. Elegant Edgecrafters though. Oh man, a lot of good cards here. Do I want the Riparian Tiger? Or do I want the Elegant Edgecrafters? I think I want the Elegant Edgecrafters. This card's a lot better at closing out a game than this is, I personally believe. I wouldn't even mind Blossoming Defense, but I think, obviously there's something to be said for having a 5-drop over a 6-drop, but this has counters for this, and it makes servos like these things do, so you can go a little bit wider if we want. We can also make it super unblockable with this and just hit them for 5, so I think I want Edgecrafters. Here I think I want, oh man, another Skywhaler Shot? I was about to be excited about Glintsleeve Artisan, but I think Skywhaler Shot has to be the pick there. And then our removal is just done with 2 shots and a Revoke. You know, we can get Glintsleeve Artisans in pack 3 if needs be, and I mean, they are really good in our deck. They're going to be 3/3s a lot of the time, and they trigger this, but Skywhaler Shot, that's the kind of card you don't see very often. Partially by virtue of being an uncommon. Like I just said, we can get Glintsleeve Artisans, and I think I will be taking one here. While Acrobatic Maneuver is very good with this, sort of okay with this, and really good with our Fabricate guys, we're a little low on creatures, and I wouldn't mind filling out this portion of the curve a little bit more. This is shaping up very well. I think I definitely correctly read those signals about white and green. Still no reason for the splash. Yeah, and no other we could have had the Riparian Tiger for the energy off this, but we didn't end up taking it. And I think that was correct to do. Been waiting a while here. Come on, Rod Rex, give it to me. Give me that card. I want to know what I got. I mean, a sad Subtle Strike because I can't play it, but did I get a Built to Last or did I get an Appetite for the Unnatural? I think I got an Appetite. I already have a similar card to Built to Last with the Ornamental Courage. And while one of these is usually main deckable, with the with the Revoke and 2 Skyward shots, I don't think I need to, but it's good to have it in the sideboard if our opponent presents us with a bunch of trains, for example. Here, do I want a second one of those? Probably not. I do probably want a 9th Bridge Patrol, though, I think. Seems like a fine little low-end curve filler. Ooh, High Spire Artisan, I'm very happy to get there. I could take a Fragmentize, but this is arguably an even better version sometimes. And I'm happy to have more fodder for the Armorcraft Judge. We're going to have you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Lots of things with +1/+1 counters. I wouldn't mind a, oof, that blows his head pretty hard. Sometimes I might just cut that. It's a league, I should not cut that. Wouldn't mind some Thriving cards, you know. Thriving Rhino, Thriving Ibex would slot pretty nicely into this deck. Another one of these would slot amazingly into this deck, but I cannot imagine us being that lucky. I think I'll play this, actually. Don't know that I'll play a second one, though, as I might not even play the first. We have nothing that really is good with that, unless we end up making a bunch of servos that we can then pretty aggressively trade off. But our deck doesn't seem, well, I'll play that, does not seem to be gearing towards that, considering we're kind of building around the +1/+1 counters thing. I wouldn't mind a, God, what's the 2-drop enchantment called? What's the 2-drop enchantment called that I quite like? The 2-drop enchantment, it's 1 and a green. You can pay extra to put +1/+1 counters on creatures at the end of the battlefield, and you can pay 5 green to sack it to put a +1/+1 counter on everything you control. What is that card called? Hardscraft something? Armor something craft? Something craft something? I must confess, I've not been drafting as much as I ordinarily would, just by virtue of some other things been going on in my life. I've been kind of busy, so Late Morbid Curiosity, which is not, you know, an insane card, Dramatic Versal over the land, but it's not terrible by any stretch. See if we can't hit a sweet rare here. Give me that Nissa. I've yet to see it, Nissa. Give me that Gearhulk. Give me that Copter. Copter would be great. Scrounger's not bad either, but oh boy. I think it's going to be a Visionary Augmenter for us, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I think it is. I wouldn't mind a Hunt the Week, but like I said, we've got our removal game pretty well locked down. I think I'm pretty happy with that Augmenter. It's just a 4-mana 4/3, but it's a 4-mana 4/3 that triggers this, and sometimes we can go wide if that is the kind of thing we want to be doing. Durable Handicraft is the card I was thinking of. And I think I'm going to take it here. Let's just do something on turn 2. It makes all of our other cards better. It's a card I'm actually quite a fan of. I think I'm going to pick it up here. I wouldn't mind some other, like another one of these, or it's a good green 2-drop. It's a good green 2-drop in the set. Must be something I'm missing. Oh man. Sage of Chalice claims a green 2-drop, but it's not one I'm interested in, whereas Arborback Stomper is a card I'm interested in, and a card that is making the cut. So if we waste, you know, quote-unquote waste time in the early game playing this, we can stabilize a little bit by slamming this and gaining some life and all that stuff. Yeah, Durable Handicraft lets us go real big with some of these Fabricate guys. You know, you play a Visionary Augmenter, pay a bunch of mana, you get a bunch of 2/2 servos. These High Spire are, I think this kind of deck is set up to kind of dominate the late game. You know, this lets us push through. These are big beefers. This has evasion as well, and you know, Durable Handicraft gives us some degree of inevitability in a way. And High Spire Artisans are a great path towards that. You know, you slam that through with that 1/4 reach, and there's not a lot of things in the set that are going to push through that. Our deck is currently a teensy little bit soft to Renegade Freighters, but we have these to deal with them. We have the Appetite on the board. I think I'm just probably going to chuck in the Sage here just as a 2-drop. It's pretty replacement level. How many artificers do we have? 1, 2, 3. Presumably 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 8 artificers? Half our creatures are artificers? Does that make this good enough? I mean, it makes them all kind of nightmares. Maybe I want that a little more. Maybe that's the kind of thing I want to be doing. I've never actually really played with Inventor's Goggles, but if there was a deck, I think it's one with that many artificers in it. Again, probably don't want this to tune. Our picks are drying up for us a tiny bit, which means it might end up playing the 9th bridge. Or main decking the Appetite. Perhaps the Built to Last. Perhaps the Wild Wanderer. It's good with this, and then it gives us land to use and gives us the mana we need to go crazy. You know, if you pay 8 mana, you can get. If you pay 9 mana, my mistake. If you pay 9 mana, you can get. This is a 4/5 and 2 2/2s. It's pretty nice option to have in the late game if you ask me. I suppose there could be some hyper aggressive deck where I'd want the camel, but I can't think of it really. Pretty easy Appetite there, I think. And I think I might main deck that over, you know, something like a Pressure Point or a Built to Last. We're gonna use this, and this, and that's literally it. I hate it so much. I think I'd rather have the Appetite, honestly. I'll find a target for this, you know? Just about always I'll be able to find something to slam that Appetite for the unnatural on. We have another in the board in case I come up against a bunch of artifacts, but I'm pretty happy with this deck, honestly. You don't have to be an artificer, do you? No. Might have been a tiebreaker. Pretty happy with that curve too. These are probably happening around here. You know, one of those might happen in there, that might happen up there. Hopefully that happens nice and early, but we can always play on 3. You know, if you play 9th Bridge Patrol on turn 2, then make it a 2/3 on turn 3. That's not bad at all. Also making this a 2/4 flyer is pretty good, and growing all this other stuff is nice. I'm pretty happy with how this worked out, to be honest. I think we correctly assessed that green at least was open. We got plenty of good white cards, you know, we got double shot in pack 2, so I'm pretty happy with this deck. Let's see let's see how it turns out. Okay, I had some weird issues there where Magic Online kept thinking that my deck was illegal, which, you know, naturally wasn't, but we're in now. And on the draw, this is probably one of our least exciting hands, but I think it's certainly a keep. Armorcraft Judge will let us reload at some stage. Hopefully we hit a Glint's Leave or High Spire Artisan before then to go bang, 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 but oof, that's not bad. We did eventually need that land, I suppose. Fading, drawing a 2 or 3 drop, we can always Skyway or shut our opponent's 4 drop, provided us 3 para, which I think most of them do in this set. Or this, we can Skyway or shut this even. If needs be. There we go, that's perfect draw. Such an excellent draw, because it shuts down that 3/2. If we were on the play, I would have shut it down as a 2/1, but it shuts down the 3/2 that ends up being, and gives us an extra trigger for Armorcraft Judge. Oh, he's going to regret playing that later. Could use it to force through an attack, but now he can't. Although I suppose with 2 3/2s after this, he can't just attack into this, we can only block one of them. But if we make a 1/4 and a 3/2 flyer, and then boom, draw 2 cards, provided we don't die to our opponent's aggression, I think we're in pretty good shape. Not bad either. But I think 1/4 is definitely the way to go. Counter. I said, there you go, go ahead. I have all my weird custom hotkeys here from way back when. I have them down to Q, W, and E because when I first started playing Magic Online, I play my laptop all the time, and using the function keys it meant I'd have to hold the function key at the same time to F6 and F8 and stuff, so I rebound them all to Q, W, and E, which means I have no hold to zoom. Although I can do it with the middle S. I think Z does it as well. Oh, I guess not. And hold to auto mana is currently gone as well. I usually have that down as M, which I haven't gotten around to changing it this time. I mean, I bite. Cool. NBD, no big deal there. Penal R, that's rather good. That is rather good. I don't want a high spire artisan. I want the 3. I think I want the 3/2. The 3/2 blocks the Thopter, and for an opponent to trade for it, they have to spend mana. But more importantly than that, it gives us 2 cards off the Armorcraft Judge. Armorback Stomper is exactly what I want here. The reason I put it in the deck is that our deck might, like this, fall a little bit behind on life total due to an aggressive start, and then that really lets us reload. Like, say we go to 8 or 9 here. There's a huge difference between 8 and 13. Oof, that's annoying, but it's not actually the end of the world, because we can still... Oh, we eat the Thopter then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take 8, eat the Thopter. Once he wants to sacrifice this can't block, which is also fine. Definitely eat the Thopter then? If you're pumping it before damage? Yeah, easy. Draw 2 cards. That could be nice. Now, in this board state, we are actually dead to an artifact that costs 4 or less. That costs 5. Okay, any artifact kills us because he plays the artifact, makes one of these unable to block, and then we are actually just dead. Otherwise, though, we zap an artifact, gain some life, then we're cooking. Oh well, snap trade, my friend. Like so. That has the danger of growing bigger at some stage, so that's perfect for us. That is absolutely fine. Oh, we were dead, man. You could have killed us. Servo, probably, right? Opponent seems to have pretty clearly F6'd, so my attempt to do this now to gain the life. Huh! He might not realize that he can sack in response. He did not. Awesome. 2 left that our opponent did not need to give us. Our opponent also had us dead that turn, didn't realize. So a couple of misplays from our opponent means that we might be in with a shot at this game as well. Now, of course, we can Wild Wanderer next turn and also have the shot up, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Okay. I think I have pretty clear blocks here. Double block this and put that on there. Inspired Charge here is pretty bad, but it's not the end of the world. Our opponent made 2 pretty hefty mistakes, so might not have just seen. Oh, here we go. Built to smash. Do we die? No, not even close. We're actually just fine. I don't know. Glint Sleeve Art is in there. Okay. Gonna have to use a shot here to stay alive, but that's okay. Could be worse. Oof, beautiful. I'm actually gonna cast that next turn because this turn I can Wild Wanderer and Skywinder Shot. When with the land I get out the Wild Wanderer, next turn I can do 2 of these. I think it's difficult for us to die through the Skywinder Shot, so yes, I'd love to use that, please. Get me another forest. Go ahead. Opponent's officially out of cards. I wish I had shot up last turn to do it in response to the Ultra Smash. That would have been amazing, but can't win them all. Opponent's being very aggressive. Must do this, I think, to try and preserve the life total. Bottom. Great. Nice. Nice. Bump. Should even things up a little bit. I think the second appetite can definitely come in against this. Things like that. Can make the Stomper unblockable with the Gear Per Guide. This turn, Opponent just concedes on the spot. Okay. So what's not pulling its weight in our deck? These are Inventor's Goggles. What will be pulling its weight? This second appetite for the unnatural. I think that's all I want. If I had a Fragmentize, I'd probably rather have one of either, but pretty happy with that. Is the Goggles better than the Handicraft? It might be. I've played with the Handicraft a bunch. I haven't really played with the Goggles, so let's try that. They do kind of similar things. Smallish cost to make parts of your board a lot better. So now obviously the Inventor's Goggles doesn't have the same synergy with Armorcraft Judge as Durable Handicraft, and doesn't have the big blowout effect of a stalled out board state either. But I mean, it has much more advantage in the original, like in the base game, and I would like to just try Inventor Goggles. Honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, and that's the kind of thing I want to just have a shot at in this game. Just give it a spin when I haven't had much experience with it. Our deck did exactly what it needed to do. High Spire Artisans held the ground, and our later game plays intimidated our opponent into just conceding. I think in this matchup, the Elegant Edgecraft is going to be very good. I think we'd definitely rather be on the play, you know, generally speaking, almost always, but especially against a deck that is geared to be aggressive like our opponent is. Oof. In that vein, this is not a hand you basically ever want to keep, but certainly not one you want to keep against the deck we just saw. So let's see if we can't do a little better. That's a little better. And the land probably has to stay on bottom, I think. Like, I know we only have 3 lands with 2 5-drops in our hand, but we need to draw a little bit of action earlier than turn 4, I think, pretty soon. Like this. Nice. That's actually almost a nearly perfect draw. High Spire Artisan might be a tiny bit better just because it blocks so much damage, and any 2-drops obviously welcome. That's fine. It's much less aggressive than the Thriving Grubs. Though it's not actually a target for this, which is may prove interesting. That's good though. That's a land for this. And again, though we do need a Forest now, the Armorback Stomper will dig us out of a life hole that having no early game might put us in. If we have no play next turn, we have to leave out the shot. We have an interesting decision as to whether to take damage from our opponent's 3-drop, which in this case is maybe an Artisan, Glade Sleeve Artisan maybe? Pianalar, that's annoying, we can't even target her. Uh-oh. So we're going to end up having to target a 4. Hopefully our opponent's 4-drop with the Skyweather shot. And hopefully our opponent doesn't just, I suppose we're going to say, hopefully they don't pump all the mana into just pumping the Thopter, but if they do, we can at least kill it then. Ow, ow, ow. The disaster here is they play something else that doesn't have 3 power. Oof. As much as you're my own preview card and I love you, I will gladly shoot you out of the sky, let me tell you. A Forest will keep, because we need it for the Stomper. And the Stomper's kind of our ticket out of this mess. Debated making a servo there, but I don't think it's actually correct to do that. You woof. That stings. Again, have to block this because if I don't, this will kill me. Because I don't have any other flyers. This takes us to 5, I believe. Or to 6. And the stump puts us back up at 11. Oh, wow. Takes us to 4. Oh, no, sorry, on that, obviously. So that's a disaster because we can no longer basically beat this. Our opponent attacks in and just pumps the Thopter up until we die, or we draw a removal for it, or a flyer. I mean, they can spend all of the mana hitters for 3 a turn. But our hand was just very slow against a very aggressive turn. Yeah. Ow. Oh, just 2. Means they've got something else coming in, I'd imagine. Oh, that's great. I found it sarcastic that actually it's great. We don't have the mana to do that much with it, so probably just have to say go here. Our opponent can't kill us if they play this right. What are you pumping? Please pump this so that I can kill this. Ick. Oh, 1 on each. Smart. I think I still have to kill the Thopter. How much do I take then next turn? I would take 4 from this now. I'd go to 5, but then I go back up to 7. Let's say I don't block that. I can pump that to 6. I go to 1 and then I die. I have to try and do this. If my opponent sacks us in response, we do basically just nope. Never thinks of it. Ugh. Opponent has a land if they win. If we draw a 3-drop, if our opponent doesn't have a land that just kills us, then we draw a 3-drop. Oh, that's really bad too. Are we dead? No, we can block 2 things. We go block, block. We take 1, 2, 3. Oh, we are dead. We are actually very dead because our opponent can even pump this or make one of our things in a block, so we're super dead. Yeah, that's a death. Because we go boom, boom, we take exactly 7. So we got run over that time. Pretty decidedly. So do we want to bring the curve down? Put in just one of these as an early blocker for like a 3-2? I think we do. I think we probably want to take out. This thing doesn't do much, I guess. Yeah. I don't think I want another 9th Bridge Patrol. I think a lot of our 3-drops do hold down the ground so well. You know, Glint Sleeve Artisan and these 3 of these, and obviously this as well, hold down the ground so well that we just have to draw them, and I think we're pretty okay. I think we're pretty okay if we just draw one of those. Okay, we get the advantage this time of being on the play as well. Hopefully having a good hand. Yep, amazing. Amazing hand. Absolutely amazing hand. That is not going to lose anytime soon, and our deck should be much better set up to win the late game. Nice. So because we have the 9th British Patrol in play, I think we're on the servo train with the artisans, at least one of them anyway. Yeah. The first one I think we actually make into a 1/4 because it blocks this on its first turn. And the second one, when we play the Pioneer, we make it, or I suppose if we draw a land and play the Pioneer, obviously, we block that with the servo and the artisan. Our opponent has built to last, they have built to last, and our guy still comes out of, our 9th British Patrol still comes out as a 3/3 in that transaction. This attack actually does lead me to believe that they do have a little bit. Do have built to last. That doesn't lead me to believe that a little bit. No, they'll probably just use it here if they have it, I guess. Oh, I guess not. Oof, that's scary. It's very scary. That's very good. That gives me a 2/7. Wish I had a land that could also Skywalker shot, but I don't. So with that in mind, I should probably just Skywhaler shot that freighter and use this cry to hit my land. Probably will do that. I would love to scry one. Yep. Top, I suppose, which annoyingly makes this scry pretty useless. But oh well. You crew this in here, you command with both. Now, if he has built to last on this, we're in woof bad shape. There's not a ton I can do about it. Let's attempt it. Huh. Oh god. Oh god, that's terrible. That's really terrible. What am I gonna do about that? Oh god, that's 7/5. Ouch, 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 that really hurts. So next turn, it's obviously a high spire artisan again. God, this is a freaking 5/4, are you kidding? Actually, this is pretty stable because if he comes at me with the train, I can put both high spire artisans on it. And then if he, whichever one he puts in front... Oh god, I can't even do that. I have to put all three in front of it. Ah, it's so big. This card's so stupid. Why did they make this? It's so ridiculously good. It's a 3-mana 5/4 trample. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Yep, come at me. And then we just pray that he puts one of the Artisans in front. Oh, don't pray. Cool. Okay, we should have things locked down to a degree now. Oh, god damn it. I would need an appetite now, pretty badly. That's not a thing we can cast. Triple blocking it, we can't even kill it. And it almost kills all three of our guys. And it's such a bad card. Well, it's not that bad, I guess, but... I'm sorry, I feel like I'm being really salty this game. I just feel like we haven't had much of a chance, and I think our deck might be better than our opponents, generally speaking. Although Renegade Fitter does go a long way. Maybe I should have played around that. Build Blast with a shot. I mean, yep, ow. God. Yep, land. Beautiful, that's an amazing draw. I'm very happy with that. All we need now is to live. Oh, God. Give this menace. Yes. Attack me with everything. Yes. Alright, moment of truth. Hold. Nice. Now I still kind of need to land. Not bad either. Not bad either, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of here. Boomf. Go ahead. It's a super tight game. Please no Aether Storm Rock. We're just dead then. Renegade Tactics. Okay. Kinda need something else now. Well, it's just hitting us for 2, really? Okay. It's not even hitting us for 2, I have this. Well, if he has a trick, we're dead anyway, so... Might as well block like he doesn't. And pray. If he had a trick anyway, and we didn't block, you know, the trick would just kill us instead, so... You have to just hope he doesn't have one. Can't play around it. I think it's +1/+1 off the top of my head anyway. Inspire Charge obviously absolutely annihilates us, but it would have killed us if it didn't block like this, so. Oh, come on. Always has it. Always friggin' has it. Oh, man. It's really annoying. Oh, what? Really? This is so frustrating. Oh, at least we have this now. Boomf. Maybe we can just try race our opponent somehow. This gains us a bunch of life and shuts down any attacks for this turn at least, and we keep pecking away in the air for now. I guess next turn we have a 4/5, which will probably be able to give vigilance in the near future. Armorcraft Judge would reload our hand. Skywelder Shot would take out the Trinketeer. Revoke Privileges would not actually stop the Trinketeer that much at all, but it's not nothing. Ah, come on! Ah. This is, for some reason, this is like the most frustrating game Magic I've ever played in my entire life. Okay. That's a great draw. I think we need to go for the race kill here, if at all possible. Great. Bang. Okay, if we live this turn we win because he's dead in the air. We have a blocker, our opponent's actually only got 8 damage on the board, even if he removes our blocker. So we might have it. Yes! That was so close. Oh, so unbelievably close. What a game. What a game. Alright, let's hope game 2 or round 2 is as interesting. Alright, round 2 here. We are on the play, which is good news for us, but this hand is not amazing. Now, it's actually alright. If we hit any land, we got a couple of plays. If we get a forest, we got another play, and then if we get 2 lands, we're in good shape. So I think I can actually keep it. I'd obviously be happier to keep it on the draw, but an opponent mulliganing is very encouraging. But as it sits, I don't hate this hand at all. Plus, we can augment her to make 2 zeros and then trade them off willy-nilly for this guy. The dream here is obviously just hit a forest right now. Plains is not bad either. Not bad at all. Means we can revoke something, shot something else. Very good, very good. Give me an artifact I can hit. Come on. Okay, make it a 3/3. Make it a 3/3. Make it a 3/3. Come on. Damn it. Don't love it, but fine. Use it now because I'm going to be using my mana for the foreseeable future. Anyway, ooh, very nice. Actually can make servos. They're in a much better position than any of them dying at any point will put a +1/+1 counter on the 9th pitch patrol. Anyway. Great. Eat a servo, do it. It's fine by me. You get a lovely counter. See if you don't hit the green combat trick with this. Close though. 1 drop is always welcome. That's fine. Took out the judge, but the judge already did his job, to be honest. Let's equip on this too. Yeah. Well, this has got to go. Yeah, that's definitely got to go. I want to scry off this. See? Useful. think that's the way to go there. Yeah. Now opponent has no good blocks, because if he blocks this, it shrinks, it grows this. That's fine. I will enjoy my 4-4. Our opponent wants to play another self-assembler, we revoke privileges and hit him again. Which looks like that's what's happening. Do they have another one in the deck? They do not. Get out of here. Take 6. Oh, that's very annoying. That's extraordinarily annoying, actually. We can do next turn, actually. We can attack with a 4-6 and a 4-4, and the 4-4 will be indestructible, which is pretty nice. You'll notice that our opponent has 4 cards and we have 0, which is not great for us. Oh, come on. Obviously keep the 9th as control because it'll become a 6-6. We have a 7-8 now, which is pretty nice. Propeller Pioneer would close this out pretty quickly. Take our opponent down in 2 hits. That's not bad either. Womp. What I can do next turn is I can put the goggles on that, attack with it. If it dies, put the goggles back on the other thing. It's rather nice. What are you doing? Stop that. Okay. You got me. It's a weird one. I guess you play the Gear Hulk again? I just get rid of this and have an 8-9. Yeah. I still got 5 life out of that, and now I have an 8-9. Yeah? Okay. Suppose I'll force you to chump with your Sky Skiff. Wish I had the Mental Courage now, that would have been great. But it happens like that sometimes. What do you got? 7 power there. Need 2 more for this? Or, yeah, 2 more. Man, I know he's got it. I ever open all these sick myth rares and foils and stuff, and I got nothing. Yeah, it's a 5-5 now. The other Skywiler shot would be ideal. You're not terrible either, I guess. No. Make a servo, because chumps from servos and things mean I can grow my 9th patrol even bigger. Might bring in the other patrol because patrol is really good against that Gear Hulk. Sure, they're 2/2s, which is pretty nice, but I've got an 8/9, so kind of whatever. Again, Propeller Pioneer closed this out very quickly. Oh god, what's this? Oh, what? Well, that's pretty good. We continue to draw lands, which is less than ideal, though we are on 27, so we can eat a couple of things and block a couple of things and only take 16. So, you know, how much is that really? Opponent's still not attacking, which is curious. Well, that should be close to all she wrote. The reason I made a server there is because it doesn't actually affect our clock if we put the Avengers goggles on it, so our buddies to get to killing us pretty soon. That's obviously a disaster. Surely you just come in with everything at this point, like. Great draw. I don't believe it's enough to save us, but it might be. Because let's kill one of these, which actually takes a lot of power off the board. Surely you come in with everything. I don't understand the reason to leave one of those behind. What? Okay. Well, look, I'm not winning this game without I kill him next turn, so it doesn't actually really matter how I block here. Like, you know, if our opponent has removed for this, we lose, and that's fine. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Oh, it's so incredibly frustrating. Because we're obviously just dead. Come on! That's ridiculous! You're coming in, you're coming out. Our opponent's got a million artifacts, so this is definitely coming in. And, I don't know. They actually did really well that game. What's coming out then? I don't know. This maybe? God, that was insane. Here we go. I would love to play first. I think I can actually keep that. Like, I know it's a 5-lander, but this does a great job of holding things down for a while, and this, I guess, like I talked about, does a great job of stabilizing things, so if we just draw any amount of gas before then, I think we should be in good shape. Let's get things off to a good start by drawing a non-land right now. I said right now. There we go. Oof. I mean, we're not getting attacked anytime soon. Haha! Your worst nightmare. And all I want now is a the Armorcraft Judge, and we are flying. Oof, they don't do anything. Even better. Come at me, bro. Ah. Bump. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hopefully my opponent makes some kind of questionable block here and I can blow him out with that. But just in case I can't, let's play an Twitch Patrol first. Charge! Oh, really? Okay. Ah. Good lord. Where's make obsolete when you need it, huh? Don't play around this. Block with only 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. So good. So beautiful. So beautiful. Crunch. Curious. Get out of here. Now, opponent obviously has pretty reasonable attacks here, and I assume they got something up their sleeve, but any of these trades or anything like that make this even bigger. It's a weird one. Attempted to kill the servos. I smell a Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Although it needs a plane, so not there it is. I smell a Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Yep. I got a 6/6 out of that, so that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty nice. Gas, please. Not a bad one at all. Very similar game to last time. Have to stay on the offensive here, otherwise we just die in the air. Obviously, I see something with the whale pretty sharpish. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I believe that's all she wrote. We're just dead in the air, essentially. So I got pretty stomped in round 2, but hopefully we can bring things back in round 3. Final round here. Let's see if we can't redeem ourselves. And this is an okay start, in the sense that basically any land in the foreseeable, in the next 3 cards, makes this hand pretty good. Perfect. Thank you, deck, for not making us sweat that one out. We're in great shape now. In that we have good things to do for quite a while. Man, everything in our deck costs 3. Aggressive. You got it. So there's no need to scry 1 with this when you're scrying 2 with this, is there? This is a deck that's playing 2 mana do nothing artifacts. I think we're in pretty good shape with our big 3/3s. Oh. Okay. 3/3. Plunk, go ahead. Ouch. And we can obviously shot that pretty soon. Which I think I'd like to do. Can't imagine our opponent doesn't just play a creature and crew the fleet wheel again. Let's get to sack it to that, which is something though. Oops. Put up. Okay. That's inconvenient, certainly, but not the end of the world. This turn probably the same as the last one, I guess, although the fleet wheel does become a creature by itself now, which is a bit more annoying. Yep. See if I presume our opponent will remember to sack it to this. Which will again deny us the scry, but that's alright. Ouch. 5-drop, please. It's not a bad one. Dreamy is to draw the other High Spire Artisan, and we play both those next turn. On the following turn, boom, get that Armorcraft Judge down, draw 3 cards. Durable Handicraft also lets us go off a little bit, although not in the immediate future. Actually, we'd probably go Durable Handicraft, then this, put a counter on that, and then this, spend a money to put counters on that, and then use this to draw approximately 400,000 cards. Another self-assembler deck coming at me. Well, that's alright. High Spire Artisan plus Glint Sleeve means they only trade with one of those. Oh, look at that. Right on time. Glorious. Man. Like the artifacts ain't kidding around, huh? Tradesies. Sure. The Dund Operative we can't do much about for the moment. It's probably going to end up trading for a gear per guide, I imagine. We're never going to rid our opponent of artifact because that Glassblower's puzzle knot can just stick around as long as they like, essentially. Oh my. What a weird play from our opponent. That was a pretty safe attack with that, honestly. Not in their eyes, I guess. What do you hit? This? Yeah, you do, and then this can start getting in freely with this thing's effect. You get out. Uh-huh. You have another one? Nope, it's good. Just start. Turns off our attacks again. That does not do much to change it, I'll tell you. Now, if we use the effect of Armorcraft Judge, our opponent simply blocks it with their Armorcraft Judge, which is just a copy of ours, and they're 4/4. What we need here is we need a big old elegant edge crafters. Is that still not big enough? Oh, pardon me, that's the software I used to dim the blue light out of my screen. Let's put that back. Alright, gas. Not today. We are sufficiently stalled for the time being. Propeller Pioneer breaks through this pretty well. Oh god. That's huge. Keyword huge. Gas. Nice. Go ahead. How do you even block a 5/7? It does involve using the 4/5. Oh god, that kills us pretty fast too. You are far too little, far too late. Counters probably. Might be a way to win next turn if our opponent decides to attack too much, but they've just got, you know, these things can all still block, and our opponent need only hit us with this twice to kill us, so. Yeah, they saw the line, and we're not winning through that, so. What are we sideboarding? First thing's out is probably the goggles. Second thing in is probably the appetite, and I think we're okay with this. I think we're okay with everything else. I thought our deck was pretty good, but we got. I think it's safe to say we got a little bit unlucky in round one. In that game, we drew a few too many lands. Our opponent's deck was rather good in the late game, things like that. Okay, we would love to play first. We've got one of those hands that's good if we draw a land, so let's keep it. Doesn't even matter what land it is. What more could you ask for? Hand's actually really good if we hit a land in the first two. Hit in the first three, it's at the end of the world. Huh! Like a pro, look at that. Gonna let you invest your energy in that, and then warden it away. Oh, I guess you do get your energy back when you replay the thing. That's kind of annoying. Yep. Because the thing's so difficult to punch through, I'm just going to warden it away. Boom. Mm-hmm. Yep. trading small blows back and forth here. Let's wrap things up a bit with a 3-3. Say go. I'm gonna eat that thing with this ornamental courage. Kerplunk. Can't race me now. We can destroy this now while it can't make it indestructible. Bottom probably don't think I want that in this board state. Trying to apply pressure now, so I want an Arborback Stomp or something along those lines. Great. Play more of that. And have no creature this turn as well. Please. Nice. Love seeing that. Don't mind seeing that either. Crunch. Have we got you? I assume not. Well, that's concerning. I smell an Aether Trade Winds. Though there's not much to be done about that. There's no way not just swing with everything here. Trading's probably targeting this, and then this blocks that. How good is that even? That seems awful. You got a 2. You got a 1, my mistake. Yeah, I was going to make 2 servos with that as well. That was not going to end in our opponent's favor, I don't think. Let's hope that game 3 bears more resemblance to game 2 than it did to game 1. Fine hand indeed. I'll keep. Go ahead. Theorist, yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, hello. You're pretty good. Ooh, I can take Death Touch and +1/+0 away from you at instant speed with the Appetite. That's rather nice, provided you've only got 1 artifact, obviously. Nice, very nice as well. Get that 3/3 action going. Ouch. It's not the end of the world. Almost F6 through my turn by accident there, which would have been actually fine. I mean, like, playing the land's pretty important, but other than that, it wouldn't have been that bad at all. I think I will have to Skyway shot this because it punches through the elephant, so. Also, let's put a land on bottom with the scry, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to shoot this. Trade wind's pretty bad for us if he has it. Bounces that one of our lands. It's just straight up Insidious Will. Okay, you got it. That's fine. Whole turn. I'll take it. Ouch. A few too many lands here, but not a problem just yet. We can cast both the spells on that next turn. We can give our guy Vigilance alternatively, see how that goes. Our opponent's dinged us for half our life total though, which is suboptimal. Nice. Yeah. For 6, bizarrely, I think I have to do this. I don't think I have time to do the cube play where I remove its death touch and instant speed. Certainly not this rate anyway. And like this, the 4 or 5 shuts everything down, so that's quite nice. I'd love a better target for our appetite than that stupid puzzle knob, so I don't think I'll be firing that off. Especially when our opponent can just sack in response to it. I don't think that's in their hand, actually. It's pretty terrible. We don't even gain the 2 life then. It looks like I'm not getting a better target for it this turn. Hello, you're pretty good. And I can play you and I and use this in the same turn. Do that next turn, in fact. Ooh, you're pretty good too. Crunch. Great. This is very interesting. Definitely pulled ahead now, though. There are a bunch of cards on top. They didn't crack the thing again, so I assume they did. Top. So what the hell did he keep? Oh boy, so he his artistry. Ew. Well, that's pretty easily fixed, honestly. Yeah, bam. Boom. Well, that's a problem. Need to move for that pronto. It's not bad. Actually, not enough to even kill that, so that's... It's a 5-6, so a 4-5 will become a 5-6 as well, which bounces off that. So I believe making that Serpent Unblockable will kill us in 2 hits unless we draw the other Skywelder's shot, or I suppose the Arborback Stomper. That buys us a little bit of time, but probably still not enough. Ouch. Stomper, this Stomper means we attack with this as well. Use this to push through. Oh, wait, really? Yeah. Can let my opponent pay for it next turn, actually, that's what I'm going to do. Let them waste their turn again. No. Not needed. We can then use this to bash this through that, and then we're opened up another avenue of attack. That was an extraordinarily lucky draw on my part. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't. Uh-huh. 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 Sure. You're not spending your mana? Oh, yeah, there you go. Boom! Stomper, 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 stomper locks us into the game pretty well. Not bad either. There's a chance we've clawed this one back. Oh no, what? Well, that's fine. We just grow as I go. That's all that does. I guess it means you take less this turn, but... Oh. Generally speaking, that's fine. That makes Armorcraft Judge a better draw as well. You got it. Oh my. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. You can actually safe to attack this, because if he blocks this there, that means this is either killing that or getting through. I think I can safe to attack this, because I can get that indestructible in. Now I just love another Appetite for the Unnatural or a Propeller Pioneer. And that should lock us into winning the game, I would think. Either of those is a pretty incredible draw. Armorcraft Judge is not a bad one either. High Spire Artisan's not terrible either. Base Laning, oh, that's really bad. Oh boy, now we need help urgently. Urgently need help. With that thing out there. Man. Oof, we're not gonna get it. Now we need help. Arrowback Stomper helps a lot. Gains the life. Anywhere 3 High Spire Artisans or the Propeller Pioneer all also help us quite a bit. The Appetite for the Unnatural helps us a ton. Oh, he's got another one. Didn't see. He got another one. Oof, that's really bad. God. What do we even do? Yeah, we're dead to the flyer. Womp. Womp. Not today, ladies and gentlemen. Today was not our lucky day, it would seem. But I hope you had as much fun as I did. I've been Dennis, and I hope, well, they all have been great. Hope you will join me next time.